Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litsa and this is Coco, and tonight we're bringing you an episode for our mini series, How Many Ogos Does It Take to Crochet ... and this is episode number 6. So before we get started, Coco is going to have a little snack. We've got some chicken here for her, building up her protein. So she shall say woof woof to all of you. Here she is in her beautiful blue jumper. I'll just pop her down on the floor. She's got her beautiful little purple bowl there, and I'll put her chicken. Oh, there we go. So she can enjoy that, munch away while we have a little chat and work out how many ogos did it take to crochet ... Now, I wonder what that could be this week. But before we get started, let me just let you know that we do have a playlist on Ogo Yarn. For those of you that have joined us recently, please go ahead and watch it. The very first video is about the huge yarn haul that we had, which is about 6 months ago now. And there was a saving of $630. So that is a really fun video to watch. And also in that video, I show you how you can, basically pull this Ogo apart and how you can utilize it either as a self-striping yarn and just work through it, or, how you can pull it apart and, use the colors individually, which is a great way to use your little Ogo. So what is an Ogo? It's basically a donut of yarn with 5 different colors in it. Of course, various colors, of course. It is a bulky number 5 yarn, and I absolutely love using Ogos. All of you that know me know that that I have utilized these very, very much, including making things like bags and baskets out of them, not just our little mini series. So each Ogo, well, these Ogos are 100% acrylic, and they come in 6.4 ounce balls or 180 grams. They do have 228 yards in them, or 208 meters, which is actually really, really good value. You do get quite, a bit of yardage in all of the Ogos, the bulky weight yarn ones, and it does recommend that you use a 6mm hook, which I have done so for pretty much all of the projects. So before we do a little recap at the end about which projects that we used, I will let you know how many Ogos it took for episode number 6, which was 1 Ogo, and it is the wine time. It's got all these gorgeous rust colors and reds and purples. Absolutely gorgeous. I love this color palette. So I now have 1 whole yarn ball, a giant one at that, to put into my little basket that I'm collecting all of the yarn balls for the year. So what did we create this month, this episode, you ask? Well, we made coasters, and here they all are. Now, I wonder if just by looking at that stack you can guess how many there are. While you're guessing, let me count them for you. So I use the same coaster pattern that I always use, which is by Toni from TL Yarn Crafts, the Sunshine Coaster, I think it's called. I will link it down in the description box for you. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and this is actually my favorite one, so 13. Let me tell you, I think that is amazing value to get out of 1 Ogo, and this is all the scraps that I have left. Literally, it was amazing. Now, these scraps will go into my bag, which I'll show you in a moment. Now, these coasters are such a great quality coaster. I absolutely love them. I have an outdoor setting which has glass panels in the top of the table, which I think will be perfect to put these and then like to sit on them so we don't scratch the glass. I have been wondering for a while what I could, put on there, and now I've got the perfect coaster set, and 12 of them, and I'm going to claim this one for myself. I absolutely love it. All it has missing is the trim, so the middle part part is all there. Now with this coaster pattern, I absolutely love it, and just a little tip so that it saves you on sewing in the ends, because I only sew in one end at the end, at the back. When I get to the second row, so basically all this is a magic ring, and then you do your 12 double crochets, US terminology. When I get to the second row, I pull up the tail and I crochet around it. So that way, that's one less, so in there is where the tail is, put inside there. So crocheted in, so that's one less tail, and you just have one tail to sew at the end of the, when you've created your little coaster. Now each coaster took me about 20 minutes, so that's what 3 per hour, so about 4 hours worth of work there. It was very enjoyable. Absolutely love doing this, and like I said, I absolutely love that now I've got a nice set of coasters to add to my outdoor furniture little collection of, when I have the table settings and that. But this one is so gorgeous, and this is just making sure that I utilized, there's the back, every last scrap of the yarn. I think it looks very boho. Is that the look? Anyway, as we said, the color palette for this set of coasters was Wine Time, which I think is very appropriate, because who wants a red wine stain on their tabletop when they can maybe absorb it on this, and these wash so very easily. Obviously you don't put anything very hot on it, but a mug you can definitely put on with a hot drink as well. So that was episode number 6. We created all these gorgeous coasters. Now these little scraps, where will they go? Well, we're going to pop them into our bag made out of Ogos, and this is the Sara Satch Scrappy Tote pattern, and it's made with the crossed treble crochets. I absolutely love this pattern. So in they go into this little bag. It's filling up all the time. Before you know it, it'll be very, very full. And eventually I am going to use all these scraps to create a bigger project. That's the plan anyway. But along the way, I have been using them just to supplement some of my little projects as well. So let's have a little recap of what we made so far. So in episode 1, we made beanies. So please go and watch our playlist, because you'll see how many beanies we made. Absolutely love using this yarn for the beanies. That was a lot of fun. And then in episode 2, we made some headbands. Go and watch our little playlist so you can see how many headbands we made. And then in episode 3, we made cup cozies for your travel cups. Absolutely gorgeous. I really, really love them. Now you will notice then you will notice that pretty much in all my projects with the Ogos, I have been color controlling, because the stripes are quite big. Like they go for a long break before they get to the next color. So for smaller projects, I do like to color control. But obviously, because I didn't want to waste yarn, I do make some projects where you can see all the colors in them. Then episode number 4, we created scrunchies. We made scrunchies with our one Ogo. And this was a suggestion by Fran or Francis. So thank you so much for that suggestion. Now I did find my list, because there were a few other suggestions. So I'm going to work from that list for our episode number 7. I think I should do that. And of course, if you have any suggestions, please let me know. Now, our 5th episode, which was the previous one, we made can cozies. Now these are very, very handy again for, the barbecue time, season overseas at the moment and coming to us soon, because these will absorb all the moisture from, when we have big buckets of ice and all the, the drinks are in there, or you grab one out of the fridge. You don't want that condensation or all that water dripping onto your tabletops and bench tops. It'll just be absorbed by your little can cozy. Hang them up to dry and reuse them. Or pop them all in the washing machine. They're so easy to use. So that was our last episode. And of course, episode number 6, all our gorgeous, gorgeous, absolutely love these. They're such, they just feel so wonderful, these coasters. So you know what? I think we've done very, very well with our little collection of our little mini series. How many episodes does it take to crochet ... I thank you all so very, very much for joining us. It is a fun little series, and I think you're all enjoying it as well. If you have any suggestions other than the ones that I've already been given, because I'm so happy I found that little list, please suggest away. I just feel that it's something fun to do, and it is a quick, fun project. Like I said today, I spent the day watching Netflix, just catching up, because I'd watched all of my YouTube little episodes that I needed to see, and it was quite a miserable day here, and it was the perfect weather to just sit there. And because I know this pattern off by heart, I was able to just crochet away, and I love the fact that I only have one end to sew in for all of them, which makes it even more attractive. So if any of you have any Ogos, especially the bulky weight ones, and you don't know what to do with them, try all of the different things that we've made, or even just some of them. But if you don't have any Ogos and you just have some bulky weight yarn, all of these are excellent projects. So it might be something you want to consider. And a 6mm hook is the way to go, because all of them, you know, need to be nice and sturdy. So thank you so much for joining us. We really do appreciate it. I'm glad that you've come along and hung out with us for just a short little time so you can see what we created with our Ogo this time round. And before you know, we'll be bringing you episode 7. I wonder how many Ogos it'll take to create ... for our next little episode. Now, Coco isn't having a disco nap, so I might just pick her up so she can say goodbye to you. Just one moment, please. There I was off camera just for a moment. Now her belly is very, very full. So here she is. We are going to say goodbye from both of us. So Coco says woof woof, I say take care, and we shall see you all again in another video. Bye bye everybody.